Hello, I'm Hilary Alexander for Real Style magazine, and I'm in southwest London in the atelier of one of the most famous milliners in the world, Philip Treacy.
So all the hats, begin as drawings, and then I develop them from a two-dimensional material and turn them into three-dimensional pieces. I make all these things. People think I've got a factory and that, I grandly hand somebody a sketch and say, have that, do that for me. You can't do that. It's impossible to say to somebody, make that, because when you make something like that, you don't know what you're doing when you begin. It's a bit like cooking, really, because you're getting all these ingredients and your favorite things and what you want to cook, and then you work on it and make it delicious. So it's the same thing with hats in a way. It's not just, it's supposed to look effortless and it's just hanging out there, but in fact it's actually torture. All of these these are kind of old things I sort of, collect on my travels.
This is like your larder or your pantry.
Yes, it's a bit like, yes, exactly. This is the sort of larder, and, I make hats for people who like hats and are going to an ultimate event in their lives.
Yeah, or their daughter's
Or their daughter's lives, and they want to look $1 million. And I like to help them to achieve that.
So when you're doing something, say for a mother of the bride or a young girl going to a wedding, what are the most important factors in making sure that the hat's going to work for the average, say, girl or woman in the street?
Well, that it looks good on them, that they like it. If they don't like it, then it looks very kind of awkward. Whereas you can't really sort of make something for somebody that they don't like. You have to show them why it might look good on them, because when you feel good, you look good.
Yeah.
If you don't feel good, you look awkward.
How many hats would you be able to turn out, say, in a month, in a week here?
I never ever count. I've no idea, but not vast quantities. It's all very handmade and non-automated. The only automated part is our brains. These are very kind of time-consuming, expensive hats, and there are lots of less expensive hats. But this kind of technique takes days and days and days. One day it's Harry Potter, one day it's a mom going to their child's wedding, one day it's Armani, one day it's Lady Gaga, one day it's a royal person.
Now, speaking of royal persons, how did you cope with the fallout from the famous pretzel hat, which went viral? Yes,
well, the thing is, I love Andy Warhol, and I viewed it from a Warholian perspective, and it's pop culture. It is what it is, and it's the most famous hat in the world, and it earned the charity $130,000, and nobody died. I developed an idea for an African show, bought African tribal music on the internet, and then when I got it, it sounded a little bit folky. And it wasn't quite what I was expecting, so I love Michael Jackson. I was playing him one evening, or his music, and then The Way You Make Me Feel came on, and I thought, that's tribal African. And then I have these friends who do celebrity auctions in Los Angeles, and I knew that they'd worked with Michael Jackson, so I called them up and I said, would there be any possibility I could borrow one of Michael Jackson's gloves? And they said, well, actually, we're selling all his clothes, and would you like them? And I said, yes.
Yes, please.
The clothes arrived, and they were like an energy. So we built this room in the basement because we had to get so much insurance in case somebody ran off with it all, which would have been mortifying. Occasionally, when I'd go to the room, there was just like a rail of kind of pop relics. They were like instantly recognizable. He had his makeup on them, his perfume on them, his Billie Jean trousers where he performed Billie Jean in. Some of the girls were crying, and, he's a fantasy character, Michael Jackson. He's not real.
So, after 25 years, Philip.
Yes.
What's still to be done and what's next?
Oh, God. I don't know. Every day brings a new project, a new sort of project stroke torture, but I love it. You know, I'm in the fortunate position that I have an opportunity to influence how people see hats in the 21st century, and how lucky am I?
Thanks very much, Philip, and thank you for joining us on
Real
Style.
I'm Brazilian, but I live in London. And coming to London, being in the middle of so many different cultures, encouraged me to look back at my own culture. Each stone has a slightly different texture, and when they are polished and rounded, it becomes more evident. So whenever possible, I like to have them against the skin. I've always thought that the snake chain is fascinating. It's this line of gold that has a combination of flexibility and tension. So I've been really exploring it and using it to give a unique movement to my pieces. Because I use the snake chain as the structure in some of my pieces, this allows them to be transformed and become completely different with the movement. Attraction and desire are really important in my work, because to me they are the initial spark in this connection between people and jewelry. And precious materials already carry that, so I try to enhance this with shapes and finishes and through design. All women love gold. It just makes them feel special and beautiful. It's not something they need, it's something they desire. My inspiration comes from my experiences, from things I've seen, women I've met, but most importantly, it comes from the materials I work with, gold, stones, and the different ways I can combine them. Seeing my designs, my ideas translated into gold was a really magic process that really built my passion for jewelry. The latest pieces I designed are extensions of my existing collections into smaller and practical pieces, so women can wear them every day. Brazilian women love to wear jewelry, even to go to the gym. If you love your jewelry, why not wear it all the time?
Where you wanna go? What you wanna do?
Where you wanna go?
What you wanna do? Need a cafe?
Where you wanna go?
What you wanna do? Need a cafe?
Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? I don't feel my legs. I get up and pass you by. Right in time, but out of place. You're a doll. Perfection. Just don't mind, don't mind. It's you that I've been waiting for. Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? Where you wanna go?
What you wanna do?
What you wanna do?
Need a cafe?
Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? Where you wanna go?
What you wanna do?
What you wanna do?
Need a cafe?
Where you wanna go?
Wanna start the day?
I've been involved in the film industry, in the fine art industry for many years, and I only started jewelry making when I was 29, 30 years old. Professionally, my first goal of jewelry was sort of like a paper cut, inspired by Chinese paper cut artwork, and I have a sheet of gold and I use a scissor to cut it as if I'm cutting paper. And I use that to create sort of like a shadow puppet like you see in the back. So I've always been wanting to design for the First Lady of China, but I've been dreaming for that since day one. But luckily, well, instead of First Lady of China, I got First Lady of America to wear my jewelry at Kate Middleton and Prince William wedding. I only found that out a week after she wore that. Since then, my Chinese lattice collection has been very popular because I'm one of the few guys in the world who do square ring. So my inspiration is all from Chinese Austin culture. In the beginning, when I started opening a shop, I never thought to become a brand or to be. I just do what I like. People tell me, "Oh, you're good." Okay, I'm good. And when you tell you're a brand, "Oh, I'm a brand." Okay, so I just go along the road. But more and more so, when I feel more strength, I felt there's a mission for me to be accomplished.
معینی معمار فارغ التحصیل از دانشگاه بافلو در ایالت نیویورک در اواخر دهه 80 میلادی با تلاش و پیگیری مصمم از شغل خودش به عنوان معمار کناره‌گیری کرد و به دنبال حرفه‌ای رفت که از کودکی به اون عشق می‌ورزید. برای ایرج مثل بسیاری از ایرانیایی که بر اثر اصرار و پافشاری خانواده وارد رشته تحصیلی میشن که با علایق شخصی اونا سازگاری نداره، محرز بود که او بالاخره باید دنبال دلش میرفت.
پدر مادرم ترجیح ندادن. میخواستم من
به کارگاه جواهرسازی ایرج در منهتن رفتیم، جایی که 10 نفر هر کدوم با تخصص در بخشی از کار هر روز هفته سرگرم زنده کردن طراحی‌های ایرج هستند.
که چه سنگی داشته باشین، بعد بهش میگم دنبال سنگ بگردین، بعد اینو پیدا میکنم میگم اوکی. ولی مثلا اینطوری شروع میشه. very secure, right? Yeah. That's great. بعضی چیز راحته، مثلا ممکنه که یه روزه تموم بشه، نیمه روزه تموم بشه. ولی بعضی چیزا مثلا ممکنه یه هفته طول بکشه. برای اینکه همش کار دسته.
این رو افراد سرشناس آمریکایی تشکیل میدن. با این حال به نظر میرسه که ایرج چندان درگیر زرق و برق حاشیه دنیای مد نیست و ترجیح میده اوقاتش رو در کنار کارمنداش در کارگاهش بگذرونه. جواهرات ایرج توسط یک خانم کلکسیونر در مکزیک وارد موزه‌های مکزیکو سیتی و بعد بارسلونا، مادرید، لوور فرانسه و متروپولیتن نیویورک شده و حالا 3 قطعه از جواهرات او در کلکسیون دائمی موزه لوور پاریس قرار گرفته. سری جدید کارهای ایرج معینی در ماه ژوئن سال جاری در موزه هنر و دیزاین نیویورک به نمایش گذاشته میشه. ملودی صفوی، صدای آمریکا، نیویورک.